So ever wonder what the Venezuelan economy is like? Let's find it out. Welcome to the Venezuelan Guy. In this video, I'll try to briefly explain to you how the economy of the country works. First of all, let me start by telling you that this video is being recorded on January 3rd, 2021, and you'll see why this information is relevant later on. So Venezuela has gone through some currency changes since 2018, where Nicolás Maduro, the current president of the country, decided to subtract 5 zeros of the previous currency and changed the name of it. So it passed from being Bolívares Fuertes, which translates to strong bolívars, to Bolívares Soberanos, which translates to sovereign bolívares. So if you had, let's say, 100,000 bolívars in your account, after the conversion, you would only see a mere 1 bolivar in your account. Now, this was made with the sole purpose of stopping the prices from increasing, also known as inflation. Yeah, sure, because a currency conversion was gonna make it better, but only made matters worse, since within a month, prices were all over 1,000 bolivars again, and as time elapsed, the currency was getting weaker and weaker, to the point that the purchasing power decreased so much, people had to find another way through it. So around 2019, there was a dollar injection in the country, and most businesses were anchoring their prices to the US currency. But how much was $1 worth here? And how was that determined? Well, around that time, pages all over the country were created on the internet claiming their own conversion on the dollar's worth. So several businesses had set their own price of things according to those pages. And at the beginning, it was difficult for many to even get $1. In fact, this currency was so scarce here that with $1 at that time, you could have bought a full breakfast and still have some money left. But the more common dollars became, the more familiar and the more acquainted people became as well. And nowadays, even though the dollar currency hasn't been legalized yet, it is the most widely used method of payment across the country. Regardless of what you're up to buying, whether it's a simple breakfast or some cookies, all prices are set in dollars, anchored to an Instagram account's post. Yes, as ridiculous as it sounds, the Instagram account En Paralelo Venezuela releases daily posts, actually 2 per day, showing the fluctuation of the currency in 2 periods a day, one at 9 a.m. and the other at 1 p.m. Now, you may be wondering, what about those who don't have dollars? How do they get by? And the answer is that you can also pay with bolívares, but pricing will be anchored though. So today I checked on the dollar's price and it's 1,027,812.89. Yeah, rounding that up as 1,030,000 bolívares. So let's say you want to buy something that costs $3. Then you will have to pay 3,090,000 bolivars. Great, so now you may think you're ready to come by someday and not feel so lost, but there's more to it. In big supermarkets, almost all of them, or food chains, you're likely to get change for a $100 bill if you're not spending at all. But your purchases have to be multiples of 10, meaning if you were planning to hand, let's say, a $20 bill, but your purchase only reached $15, either you get $5 worth of goods or whatever the store is selling, or you're just doomed. Okay, no, just drop all out cause it's really uncommon to find $1 and $5 bills. And the final tip, and with this one I'll generalize a little bit, not all businesses follow this policy, but if you hand over a bill that's a bit wrinkled or worn out on the sides or even a bit ripped, you're likely to get it back and asked to hand in one that's either new or impeccable. Again, no businesses apply this, but some are quite nitpicking when it comes to this. Now, to finalize, let me tell you that most people now may wonder why do Venezuelans complain about the situation of the country if it's not as bad as it's portrayed on the media, but actually is even worse than you may think, since the minimum wage in the country is about roughly $2.5. Venezuelans earn a minimum wage of 2,500,000 bolivars per month instead of what you may earn in other places. And items, things, goods, whatever you're trying to buy in a store or a supermarket completely surpass this amount. Everything is above $1, above $2, even $5, $10. So that is the crude reality of the country. Most people have to either work at 3 jobs at the same time. Some others have to do illegal things in order to get the money. Some others are working for international companies in order to make at least barely $100 a month, which in this country is quite a good of a salary. But actually, in other places, and I'm sure for those of you watching, is not. So I will leave you with that. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel and hit the thumbs up for another video, and I will see you guys on the next one.